Hey everybody, you're tuned into the SNL AfterBuzz After Show. We're back with Louis C.K. and the Chainsmokers. We got a lot to say, or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I'm biting it. Why did they play this song?
They totally should have.
Dude.
Get Halsey out there.
Yeah. Wait for this.
DJs. We're DJs.
That's right. That's right. We're back. Just the two of us. Hey, everybody. I'm Kelly McInerney. I'm your host today. We're here to talk about Louis C.K. hosting again, the Chainsmokers. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on iTunes, write some comments, do all that stuff, tweet at us. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo, and I've got Amy Maserati.
Going strong. It's actually Amy Maestri, Kelly.
Whatever.
Gosh. You can find me at Amy Maestri. This is going to be a weird show, guys.
Yeah. You know it's her birthday tomorrow?
It is my birthday.
Tweet happy birthday. Anyways.
To Amy Maserati.
Woo, Louis C.K. What'd you think? Oh, well, I guess, what were your expectations before going in to watch the episode?
I think we should probably talk at that pace the whole time. I had some pretty high expectations going in. Last time he hosted, I really enjoyed it. So I went in pretty high expectations. Yeah.
Also, our other co-host Kim texted saying it was really funny, and I was like, cool. And then I watched it. I was like, Kim.
You're just like, Kim. Oh, damn it, Kim.
It was fine. The cold opening. Donald Trump stops by Kentucky. Is it Kentucky? It is Kentucky, I think.
I think so, yeah. You just swung through.
Try to get lucky.
K-Town.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
K-State.
K-State. Oh, I thank you.
Yeah.
Correction.
Just to be like, hey, I'm president and I'm right. And what'd you think of this cold open?
Cold. I think they kind of reverted back to like, let's have him read headlines from this week as a sketch kind of thing. I think their last episode, they got a little more inventive with some of their political stuff, and I was really enjoying it. They were putting point of view to things, and it wasn't just, let me say things that have happened in the news last week. So I still liked it. I still thought it was funny, just like I always do. But I think this one especially could have escalated better. Yeah.
I thought it was a good idea, because it's basically saying Trump supporters are dumb because they'll be like, oh, my health insurance is getting taken. Oh, this is getting... But I still love you. You're still my president. Yeah. You know? You're still great. You're still great.
I think the line that I liked was when, he was like, did that make you feel better? And Kyle's like, I'm not sure, but I voted for you, and you're still my president. So, because I think a lot of his supporters are just kind of confused now. Like, I don't know if I still support you or not, but I do still support you.
Yeah. It was a good idea, but just the way they delivered it was kind of like, it's not that funny. Yeah, because they could have just wrote instead of picking from the headlines.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like it was like a mix of just having him kind of read out the headlines while they tried to kind of escalate this game within it of like bringing that to a point. But then it just kind of, yeah, as I was saying, that stuff, it's still going to make me laugh because he's an idiot. But, it's I can turn on the news and watch that too.
Truth. Monologue. Racist chickens. Hotels. Louis riffin. I watched most of his new special because I think that's why he's hosting, because he released a Netflix special, 2017, Soup's clever name. And I was like, I wonder if he's going to pick some joke, because I think that's what Amy Schumer did a little bit, I believe. And it's usually not what you're supposed to do, like Chris Rock never does it or whatever. So I wasn't expecting him to. He didn't. It was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite monologue of his, but it was fine.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Agreed. Yeah, I liked it. I just always love the commitment that he gives to his stand-up because he like when he takes you on a weird path, he knows it very much, and he I like that he always acknowledges, like, and I know in his last one when he was just like, we got through it, guys, like at the end of it. So I like that he kind of always acknowledges, like, it's weird. Yeah, I'm a weird guy, and this is gonna be weird things coming out of my mouth right now. But I liked it. I thought it was fun, and I just like watching him.
Yeah, I thought, like, he's usually, I feel like, a little bit more controversial, or like picks from bigger ideas, and not just like animals. Animals are weird. Oh, this hotel is too fancy for me. It's like, okay, are you going down to base? Because is this like just a going down to the bare basics or something SNL episode? Like, is a bunch of dummies watching SNL?
It kind of seemed like it because it was just like weird through lines to go like to the animal thing. And then I did like when he was talking about the chickens though, and he was just like, they have a reason to be paranoid. Their murder rate is 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it is just like that weird observational comedy and less controversial than he usually goes.
Yeah. The Maybelline commercial, the lawyer with beautiful eyelashes. Interesting. I liked the thing that they chose to be the weird thing, like eyelashes. Yeah. Especially because with SNL it's kind of difficult because he's reading cue cards, you know, and he still didn't look that weird doing it. Like, he still looked like he was kind of looking at the people, but you could kind of see, but not a huge amount. So I liked that. The ending was not good. I didn't like that stupid Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline?
Yeah, at the end I just went, huh?
End your sketches, SNL.
Like, I really do think they just got to the end and they were like, he's in a Maybelline commercial. Yeah. And everyone's like, okay, sure.
Yeah,
I think he played it so well. Yeah, was what made it enjoyable. Is like every time he was just like batting his eyelashes and like looking around very like just very intensely at everyone. I think my favorite parts of this was his performance and Pete getting super uncomfortable and antsy around him. He's like, I don't know, man. What do you want?
Yeah, the commitment of Louis. He's like, he always plays like weird characters, but he commits hard to them. Or like later on, we'll see even when he breaks, he still like plays along to it, you know. We'll talk about that later, but I did like his commitment to it. I just wish the writing's better, but you know, maybe 77 more years on air, that'll fix things, you know.
So, you know, maybe 78, we'll see.
Yeah. Has it been math? Thank you, Scott. I really like the idea of this because there's so many people, you know, so many Scotts that think they're gonna help with just sharing a CNN article, or not even a real CNN article.
Half the time it is fake news at this point, and they're just like outraged over it. Yeah. So, yeah, everyone knows a Scott. We've probably all been a Scott.
Yeah, a little bit. You know those on this day in Facebook, you realize how dumb you are sometimes years ago.
You do. Yeah. You're just like, oh, Scott.
Ugh.
Oh, Scott.
Ugh. I did like that Mckinnon sang, because he hasn't really sang that much. Mikey Day's little rap.
Yes.
That was great. That was great. With the applause emojis.
Yeah, I loved the line. Doing all the when they had a ton of them for when his sister gave birth, because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
But I love the line of you read things on the internet, then you post them on the internet, because it is so like it's just it's all just like the recycling of information. But I loved you solved the problem by sharing that article with 84 friends. You ended racism. Like, it's all those things that it just, I think this one just hit the nail on the head. I loved it.
And I loved just the view of him sitting on the toilet and it rising. Because it's like you're sharing an article on Facebook while you're on the toilet or something.
Yeah.
I forget the exact line, but like, yeah, that's when everybody's sharing those dumb articles.
And he's just so good at being like the everyman in this, you know, where he's just like, yeah. Okay. And then at the end, just, you're welcome.
Yeah. Louise not getting asked to the dance, and Sam the diner guy being a creep. I did like how this turned. Usually the weird turns are like, what?
Yeah.
But this way I was like, huh, okay. What did you think?
Agreed. I really liked it. The fact that, like, this is just Cecily's thing that she does. She goes to the weird, creepy old guy at the ice cream shop and makes him say weird, inappropriate things so she can feel powerful. So I really liked it. I think he plays, like, friendly creepy very well.
I feel like that was the whole show. He was just a friendly creep. Like, so many scenes, friendly creep, friendly creep, friendly creep.
It's so true.
I didn't like the end again, though, with cutting his hand. I didn't even watch how that happened. He just, like, shoved his hand into the jukebox.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be like the Fonz or something for some unknown reason and then started bleeding.
I even wrote, what? Question mark?
It just seems like it's just, you're making a mess for no reason.
Yeah, it was like, why? That's because you're gonna be in, like, the next sketch, dude. Oh, actually, no, you're not.
Oh, yeah. I'm really gonna need to try to see Leslie get through a sketch.
Yeah. She flubbed just walking in. At first I thought she was his wife.
Yeah.
Because she didn't walk, I guess, directly to Sashir.
Yeah, her eyeline was weird. I don't know if they had the cue cards off and she was being too reliant on them or what, but her eyeline was like way, and I was like, who's she talking to right now?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, she is always breaking or flubbing a line, or like you can see her really like focus in on a cue card, or like it's just it's starting to get
to you.
It's getting to be a bit much.
Yeah, a much too
much. Calm it down, Leslie.
Stop being Leslie all the time. You know, just be like. Isn't that what SNL is? You're supposed to be characters.
Like be someone else.
Yeah, just for like 5 minutes. That's it. The best sketch, I think, of the night. Also, like, the most simplest concept, I feel like. It was such... The Pepsi commercial that, like, shocked the... Not shocked, but, like, angered the world.
Yeah, that's a better word for it.
Yeah, just made everybody love Coke.
Yes.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to clarify because we're in Los Angeles.
Everyone loves cocaine now because Kendall Jenner just screwed up everything.
Yeah. Like, so it's a parody of the Pepsi commercial of her stopping a protest by handing a cop a Pepsi can. After she's in some weird modeling. You guys have seen it. You've seen it.
If you haven't, probably just don't. You're better.
Yeah.
You're better off as a human without it, I think.
But this sketch was so simple. It's just the writer. It's just Beck the whole time and his expressions. It was great. It just also made me love him. Like, wow. Hey, not that I never thought that he was good, but it's like, you can hold your own, dude.
He really can, yeah.
Just asking advice on the phone about this Pepsi commercial, and it gets more and more silly.
I loved because you know that's exactly how it went too.
Yeah.
Pepsi Creative sat down and were just like, we have a home run. Mm-hmm. We just fucking smashed this. Like, this is going to be groundbreaking. It's so relevant right now. It's this big inspirational moment. And then, yeah, they had that moment where, like, with Beck on the phone when he was just like, oh,
Black
and he
Lives Matter?
starts to
Don't
see
touch
it. Yeah, don't touch it. Just run away. I should run away right now. Okay. So again, yeah, I think it was a really smart way of doing this instead of trying to like reenact it or something like that. Like, I loved the direction that they took of just that like mentality of like, oh shit.
Just very simple. Just like one guy and his reactions. It was great. I wish though that somebody else played Kendall, because I still saw like. I know she's only there for a second, but I wish, like, Melissa Villaseñor or somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure she can, because she is a magical, mythical creature who can just do anyone at the drop of a dime. But I did love it, though, at the end with Kendall, because it's just very, like, as he explains it, again, Pepsi probably saw this great, big, amazing thing, and then she kind of says it more real of just like, oh, yeah, I'm like, I stopped the police by handing them a Pepsi can, right? It's really cute. Like,
yeah.
It's just like,
it's so funny to see people's perspectives of it.
Yeah.
It was great. It was perfect. Chainsmokers, though, I really was like, yeah, I know there like a lot of people hate them. I really love that Closer song. And I was like, cool, we're going to hear that Closer song. Did we hear that Closer song? No, we didn't. We heard a song about a girl that wants to break up. and like Let's Stop Her Before She Breaks Up With Me. I don't. That was the second song. Lights. There were lights in of Paris, and
Kelly was very let down by this one, I think.
yeah. I mean, they seemed happy to be there.
That's all that matters. Good old college try from the Chainsmokers.
Made me want to start smoking. Like, where's this Closer video? You know, this song.
I don't know.
Are you a fan, Amy?
I'm a huge fan of them, but it's Homeboy can't sing. He needs to be auto-tuned like all the time. And I don't think he was that bad in the first one in Paris, but the second one you could tell. And I remember seeing a live performance that they did of Closer one time with him and Halsey, and she has such a great voice live.
Yeah.
And he was just, bless
Ruffalo?
him. He was really trying to keep up, and he just could not.
Yeah.
But I really like him. I just don't think live they're great because, I mean, he's not the best singer, but I still really like both songs that they did.
I'm glad one of us did.
You're like, calm down. Yeah. They were there. They
also,
weren't great.
Looking back, I'm glad you said the first song was in Paris because that's why they had the Eiffel Tower light. Makes sense now.
You're just like,
I get it. Did I go to the bathroom during the first song when I heard it wasn't Closer? Yes. Sorry.
Kelly just threw the remote of the TV and stormed out.
I was like, I get it. You're gonna save your bomb for the second song. I get it. I'll come back for Closer. Nope. Nope.
It's getting intense in here.
Whatever. I'm really excited for next week, though. Well, Harry Styles. Woo! Yeah. I don't know any of his songs, but you know, we'll talk about that later. Jumping the gun. I'm jumping the gun a lot. Update. Very short, I thought. Didn't you?
Yeah, I realized that though. I'm guessing Louis. Whenever there's a stand-up, they usually go a little bit longer in the monologue. So I'm wondering if they chopped a bit out of Update to compensate for that because they only had the one guest.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably where it.
I thought there was a pretty good jokes though. I liked whenever Trump gets angry, he always presses send.
Yes.
Very clever. The Yahoo and AOL are joining together because nobody wants to die alone. Yeah. What any standout jokes before we get into Cecilia Jimenez?
Well, I loved going again with the Kendall Jenner stuff when they were talking about the person who like sold their virginity online or whatever, and it was the second worst thing someone has done for money this week, and then have the picture of Kendall. I really liked when they were making fun of Jared Kushner in the vest, and he was saying that's what Colin wears when he goes to visit my guy for weed when I'm not with him. Yeah. And then they cut to Colin and he's just looking into camera like giving his little.
Yeah. I love them together.
They are great.
The sculptor of the Cristiano Ronaldo.
You're a fan, aren't you?
But Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a looker though. Woo.
He is.
I am a fan. I don't know Portugal? Mexico?
Yes. Portugal.
Sure.
Before this gets too racist.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he plays for,
soccer for sure. Or football.
Or football. You have to pop up out of your chair when you say football.
Oh my gosh. I am weird. I'm sorry.
It's a weird night.
Yeah. The Cecilia Jimenez, dude, Kate McKinnon. You know, she wasn't in that much. Is this the only thing she was in? Right?
She had a couple things, but she was, there wasn't a lot of her.
Yeah, and she's just like, I'm just gonna come in, drop the bomb real quick, drop a nice like fire performance, and then you guys can clean up after me. You know, like
pretty much.
I'm the bomb. Yep. You know, little vagina neck. I was in. I was in.
It's because girls can play football too. Yeah.
I always think of the Gold member when Fat Bastard loses a lot of weight and he's like, my neck looks like a vagina.
Yeah. That's what they were going for here.
Yeah.
I loved what he would look like if he had a stroke while saying cheese.
Yeah.
Two lesbians at a sleepover wanting to be close and pushing their beds together to describe his eyes. Like,
the mouth, like, yeah, I've got a fish in here. What?
The descriptions. I would love to see the writing session that went into that, because my God, I'm sure they had 20 other gems that they had to cut from it too.
Yeah.
But I loved this. Her commitment to the character as always is great, but like the specificity of the weird way that she was describing everything was so well written.
And like proud of it, you know?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a weird thing that it looked like a vagina. It was like, yeah.
Looks so good.
Yeah. That was great. Great stuff. O'Reilly factor. We haven't had enough Alec Baldwin. Didn't he just host last week? Jeez, man. That's why it was like dead silence. Did you notice that?
It kind of was, yeah.
And they're like, okay. We had enough, you know?
Okay. Lauren.
Come on. And he was just playing himself, I feel. Like, he didn't try, I don't think. I guess Bill O'Reilly's, there's not much of a voice, but still, it was just weird and kind of like, I don't know. It was just like awkward, like I get the premise, you know, Bill O'Reilly has been, you know, a lady massage, you know, been accused of a bunch of stuff. We get it, but the way it was delivered in the sketch was just like uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, I really feel like someone said, hey, it would be really funny if we got to have Alec play Bill O'Reilly and Trump in the same sketch. Mm-hmm. Here's how we can do it. And that was the main idea.
Yeah.
Because, there has been a lot of Bill O'Reilly stuff in the news lately, so it's a good time to do something about that. But I feel like this was just a cheap ploy for a way to do it, where they're like, because, it did work well. Like, props to them on the production for it.
Yeah.
Of, like, the timing between the taped bit from Alec and the live stuff. Mm-hmm. But I just don't feel like it was really worth it. I did love, though, the rapey vibe from him when he's just like, you know, when someone says no, but you can see it in their eyes when they say yes, because people do that. So, like, those guys, but again, it just wasn't worth it in the end, I think, to do all of that.
I know, and it's just weird things like, because he said that, blur my face, the Cecily thing. Why, that's not going to make him not want to rape you, you know? He's Bill O'Reilly.
He's still going to want to rape you.
Of course, there's gonna be jokes about you look well. Oh, you do too. Because you're the same person. We get it.
Yeah, I think it really was just kind of like a cheap, like, hey, here's a way to do this.
But I did like the hunch part. Like, how did you know? Oh, I just had a hunch. Like Trump.
Yeah.
I didn't really look into it, but I had a hunch.
Yeah.
So that was fine.
Because what was it too that he didn't look into it? Just like, similar to healthcare. He's like, like, it's not like I know anything about it, but. And I like, too, the sexual harassment awareness, a cause that is near and dear to my hand. The creepy little grab that he does. I was just like, ugh.
No. Seth, the birthday clown, and Ernie, another creepy nice guy, played by Louis C.K., who just wants some birthday stuff. Yeah. Even though he's a 53-year-old man.
Yeah, so earnest.
Yeah. It was... What did you think?
This was the point in the episode where I just went, this is such a weird episode. Mm-hmm. I thought it was fun. I think this was a sketch that really could have gone batshit as far as escalation goes. They could have taken this to some real weird levels, and they didn't. And I was kind of let down by that. But I did really like the game of, like, when he was doing the streamer out of his mouth and, like, Louis C.K. walking to go pee, and then, like, the awkwardness of him just being like, no, I can see you. Yeah. And just, I thought they could even draw that out even longer of just him doing the streamer while Louis C.K. is peeing and watching him at the same time. I thought it was funny, and it was weird and awkward, but I think, they could have gotten crazier with it. Yeah, and I don't like how the end he's like, I'm going to chop you up in the kitchen. And the guy's like, that's right. Yeah, again, just a weird ending. Do something. I did like, too, though, when the other characters came in. He's just like, you don't want this. Yeah. Closes the door. Yeah. Sectional couches. Just going crazy for couches and just going big and bad, like, insane. I did like, at the end, how it's just like, this is not a commercial. Yeah. I need you guys to stay away. Yeah, and he still gives the address, and he's like, not a commercial, not a business. Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Yeah, again with the theme of a weird episode. They literally just did a whole sketch about this dude who just really loves sectional couches, who gave a very thorough history of it. Cecily coming in and singing that song on the couches, like how dramatic it got. I love the line. It's bigger. 80 was so intense. I loved when Louis C.K. started the story at the end, when he's like, I used to have a family. Yeah. Used to.
Oh, man. I love those weird commercials that they do have, though, like when Scarlett Johansson hosts the chandelier stuff and everything.
This one, or this one, or this one.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was fun. It was fun. Tenement Museum. This was just fun because of the accent, straight up.
It's the worst Polish accent I've ever heard. I was literally watching this sketch sitting next to a Polish person, too. It could not have been any better. My friend Jo was over, and she was just like, what? I just kept, like, looking over at her as he's basically doing Borat by the end of it.
My wife.
My wife.
Didn't he say? He said my wife. Yeah. Oh, man. But that was, like, sometimes you love when they break. Sometimes it's like, ugh, like Leslie messing up.
Yeah.
But when he was breaking and making Kate laugh and then him laughing was just like, this is fun.
Yeah. I mean, when Kate breaks,
yeah,
something magical is happening when Kate breaks.
Yeah. I did like, I didn't know if I like it, but like making fun of the Italians, how they just were very specific about it. Yeah. Like what they didn't like about them.
I love that they're not even real white people.
Yeah. I like that. I feel like they had to pick them because they're what, you know, just I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I thought it was a funny premise anyways, but then just with the breaking and like it kind of matched the absurdity of the whole thing. Yeah. And just at the end when Keenan's like, oh yeah, I have a question. He's like, yes, chocolate man. And he's just like, answered.
You got it. Yep. I did like too at like the end of the episode, he did the accent. Yes. Like I like because that just shows it was a fun thing. Like it wasn't. Yeah. I wasn't mad. Nobody was mad at me that I messed up or like goofed around. Yeah. We're having fun here, guys. We're having fun.
He's like, listen to my bad accent again. Yeah. I know it's bad.
Yeah. And I like the Don Rickles picture. Just a little send off. Yeah, it was cute.
That was nice.
Overall, what did you think? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think it was an enjoyable episode. Yeah. It wasn't one of my favorites, but I mean, he was great in it, and there were a lot of like really funny, just strange moments. Yeah. So
I don't know, it was fine. I think it's a easily forgettable episode except the Pepsi thing, because that was such a big thing on the internet. Like all the Scots. So I think people remember that, but nothing else. It was just awkward. It was a lot of
No one will remember you.
Yeah.
You'll be forgotten.
I think some of this stuff was just too dark and not super funny. It just went like, oh, okay. All right. That's how I felt at the end of a lot of sketches. It's like, all right. Anyways.
It's, I'd be interesting to see, like, kind of the ratio of taped stuff, too. I feel like they're doing a lot of taped stuff lately.
Yeah.
Compared to live, which the taped stuff is always great. I mean, they put on full productions that are, like, beautifully done.
But it's also bad because it's, like, usually the best one. And, like, it's Saturday Night Live. Live. Oh, man. Next episode, though. Oh, wait. Do you have a MVP? Who might be a VIP?
I mean, they could be both. Yeah. I feel like this was a very even episode.
Yeah, I don't.
As far as I'm just gonna go Louis C.K. because he mostly for that accent at the end.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Beck Bennett just because I like the Pepsi thing, and that's all I liked.
That
wasn't all, but
and he did really shine in that. He was great.
Next episode, though, will be the first one that's going to be live on both coasts.
Yeah. Whoa. We're getting included.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Like, this is not my favorite season, but it's the most watched season in a long, long time. Just proving, hey, maybe the cold open is right. You know, like there's a lot of dummies out there. They're not watching this. I could call you dummies. You're dumb.
Our YouTube comments are going to be awesome this week.
You know I love you.
Who's a dummy now, Kelly?
Who's the dummy now? What is that from? I don't know. But next week is going to be cool because it's Jimmy Fallon, Harry Styles. Jimmy Fallon, I know a lot of people don't like him that much anymore because he was too nice to Trump, touching his hair. A lot of my friends are like, that's how Trump won. Because he was nice to Trump.
I love that that's a reason to hate people now.
Yeah.
You were too nice to Donald Trump. I hate you now.
I mean, I get it, because, like, it showed, oh, he's a good guy? Oh, another reason to vote for him. But he's like, no, he's a monster. You know? He's not nice. But he's always a solid host, Jimmy. You know?
Yeah.
I think the last time he hosted, he won the Emmy, because it was a Christmas episode,
Yeah.
I believe. Harry Styles, my favorite 1D. My favorite 1D. I don't even know he has any songs out. Do we know of any songs? I've been waiting.
I don't think so.
Been waiting because I
They're
was
happening.
like,
They're happening, Kelly.
dude, I heard Liam's songs. I'm like, this is garbage. Where's the Timberlake? Where's the Timberlake? And that's Harry Styles. And I'm really excited. Watch it be just like the Chainsmokers. No, it'll be fine. It'll be cool. So that's next week. Until then, though, Amy, where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, you can find me at Amy Maestri.
Cool. And you can find me, Kelly McInerney, at Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo. And until then, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Happy birthday, Amy.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.